Okay, guys, welcome back to Let's Play Thief Gold. We are working on this episode. Excuse me, I gotta situate my chair. Sorry for all the ambient noise. It's just very ugly. Anyways, welcome back to Let's Play Thief Gold. We are at the Mage's Towers right now, and I just want to check everything is working properly. Looks good. Okay. So just to preface again, guys, I actually have not played this map before. And I do apologize, I checked out, I just uploaded the sword today. Haunted Cathedral will be going up soon. I just uploaded the sword, I checked it out. My footage that I have on my hard drive, I mean, it's not a one-to-one because if I'm going to do bit rates high enough to give you one-to-one, the file size, I mean, it's about 2.5, 3 hours per mission. The file sizes are going to be insane. They're going to be like 15, 20 gigabytes per video, which is a little crazy. So I'm trying to keep it reasonable. Okay. Which is a little crazy. But anyways, it looks pretty good on my hard drive, especially with the video playback and stuff like that. So I'm fairly happy with it. Just checking that we are recording again, because as you guys know, I'm paranoid. Anyways, but I was just checking it out on YouTube just to make sure it uploaded fine and there were no major issues. And it doesn't look bad, but I'm not happy with it. And it's like, I'm trying to keep the bitrate as high as I can without insane file sizes, because I don't have the fastest internet either, and I also don't have tons of extraneous storage lurking around. So I'm trying to keep file sizes reasonable so that I can upload stuff in a reasonable amount of time, and also I'm not like burning through hard drives like crazy. Excuse me. But with YouTube's compression on top of everything else, it's kind of shameful how some of my footage looks. So I do apologize for that, guys and gals, folks. But it is what it is right now. And this is I did a bunch of experimentation before I started this Let's Play, because like I said, I have a new rig. So this is basically the maximum bitrate I can have right now until without having insane file sizes. I also like to say I have never played this level before, so that was just pure chance. I saw my opportunity and I took it. Alright, so we got a new quick save here. And once again, much like, Haunted Cathedral I had played before, but I'd never played on Expert, so I did not know what the hell I was doing or where I was going. So, that's pretty cool. The fire crystal, okay. Apparently I'm going to have to get some sort of elemental key. Okay, let's check her. I think that's one of our objectives, actually. Discover the location of the Earth Talisman. Steal the Earth Talisman. Steal the jeweled reading glasses from the Central Library. Steal the medallion of Saint Bringden from the Captain's Quarters. Steal 1,800 loot. Don't kill anybody. Escape from the Mage Towers. Oh, I got a new sub. Fantastic. That's not a live stream, guys. I just literally got a notification on my phone for the channel. And all of you who have subbed, I appreciate you all. Excuse the Rona. Yeah, the channel's not growing as fast as I would like, but for all of you who did sub and are continually tuning in and checking things out, I greatly appreciate you, and you are keeping this thing going right now. And I'm happy that we're all, interested in the content and in checking it out, and gotten a lot of feedback so far, and everyone seems to be liking the Thief Gold Let's Play. Another funny thing too is once I transition to Let's Plays, I think virtually there are tons of comments now where people are just like, I'm so glad you decided to start doing Let's Plays. I'm so glad you're not doing the walkthroughs with no commentary, so that was pretty clearly a better choice. I don't know why I didn't do it to begin with. I think I don't don't know what my deal was. I think that guy upstairs has what I have. Sorry guys, there's gonna be a lot of clearing of the throat, and I do apologize in advance. Oop, that's tile. I'm not like on, if you guys know what the OMAD diet is, I'm not on it because I'm like, ooh, I want to try it out. I'm just on it because, especially with like lockdown and everything, I just don't do enough in a day. I'm not burning enough calories to justify eating like many meals. So I basically just eat like one meal, typically like lunch or dinner. It's not huge either, probably like 700-800 calories, something like that, and that's about it. But what that means is that there's like long periods of the day. It's sort of like almost like intermittent fasting as well. There's long periods of the day where I'm not eating. Like I think it's been about 24 hours since I ate. So the problem with that is, for some reason, when you do eat, it kind of shakes loose a bunch of stuff in your system. And excuse me again. Hold on. Sorry, that was a particularly bad one, so I just didn't want that on the mic. I muted my mic for a second there. But yeah, so I've just noticed that, like, you know, I'll be fine all day and then I'll eat and then it'll just be coughing and clearing my throat and all sorts of stuff, so. I wouldn't say it's the healthiest thing. I wouldn't necessarily say it's not healthy either. I mean, people's dietary needs are going to be largely dependent on their lifestyle and their activities. And oh god damn it, holy shit. Alright, well, I'm gonna try and go after her first. Okay, I'm gonna try and make a little hidey hole here in case anyone wants to come check out this body. And I did wisely stock up on a bunch of water arrows. Also, like I may have mentioned last time, like, the gamma is turned way up. Like, this does not look dark to me at all, but who knows, once it hits YouTube, this may be, like, you may not be able to see anything with their color correction and whatever else they do, so. Let's just back up. Oh, getting all my controls confused. Okay, we got this guy. Oh, nice. Once again, guys, I have absolutely no idea where I'm going, so this will be an interesting exercise here. Surprised there's nothing on these shelves. I do apologize in advance, guys. I'm sorry. I will do my best to try and preemptively mute the mic so you guys don't have to put up with this. Was not expecting it to be this bad. Plus, my voice is going to sound weird in some spots too because of. Yeah, see, he's got what I got. He must be on the same diet that I'm on. As I said before, again, guys, I'm not doing this for like dietary reasons or to lose weight. I'm just doing it because it's basically how I feel. I don't really get hungry but once per day.
What's going on?
Oh, Jesus Christo.
Oh well. Must have been nothing.
Nothing here now.
That was insane. I think I can get them both. I think I can do it. It's gonna be tough though. So we're gonna save. And again, you know me. You guys know me by now. Even if it's like, oh, I'll just pop a bunch of water arrows. That's not how I do things. I am ultra conservative when I play these games. I don't use tools unless I absolutely freaking have to. Unless it's against the undead. Then it's just, you know, let her rip, man. You know, because I just can't handle those guys, so. I don't mind hammer haunts because I can just get in a little sword fight with them. That is a large patrol group. But I think I can get this guy with impunity.
What's there?
That's right. Here we go. It's like playing a fan mission, because I'm not familiar with it, but by the biggest fans of all, the people themselves. So we'll try this key. No. We'll try this key. No. Alright, so we'll try. Great. And also there's this like deafening soundtrack right now. I hope it's not too loud for you guys. I'm gonna go check the relative audio levels. It's pretty stiff competition for my voice, but we'll see how it goes. And I'm just gonna go ahead and save again. Sorry the sword took so long to come out, guys. It's just that 8 old men up in a tower, 8 old men, only one with power. Turn away from the hand with the sword, count 7 and find your reward. Okay, well, I'm gonna wanna... Okay. It's like someone's coming closer. Oh, God. Alright, well.
Sound ripples through the air.
Yeah, we got him. That was a stroke of luck. We're gonna make a hard save there. Let's put it on... Damn! Yeah. Do you guys have like how creative I am? I don't even bother renaming saves. I just... And you know why I like always say like, damn or shit? It's a mnemonic device so that I can remember it more easily. Because I will retain the memory of making the sound and it'll be in reference to that. That's how lazy I am. Alright, let's do this. Once again, and this is kind of a what I've noticed very characteristic of Thief Gold is they just... Thief 2 is about well, I don't know if I can make comparisons to Thief 2 right off the bat, but I would say Thief 1 is really about you being lost a lot of the time. just straight up lost. No fucking clue where I'm going. No idea what's going on. Once again, I'm gonna have to wait for this guy to come close and hope that I can bop him before he notices me. He's far enough away, I can just... That. I'm gonna go ahead and pick him up. Drop him in here. And for anyone who's been... Oh shit, goddammit. For anyone who's been paying attention to the lore of this particular game... Dude, Garrett, what's your deal, man? It's weird that they're giving the guards so many, like, congruent patrol patterns. Or concurrent is what I meant to say. You know, like, I don't remember that in Thief a lot. I may turn T-Fix off for Thief 2. I booted up Thief 2 the other day and I was like, oh, I do not like this. Excuse me. It could be because I have some fan missions and mods installed and stuff like that, but my current version of Thief 2 right now has all sorts of weird lighting effects and stuff like that, and texture updates, which I thought I ixnayed when I installed it. So I don't know why they're there. But they are, and I'm a bit of a purist when it comes to these games, to some extent, so I really don't want that in there. And part of me, like I said, is starting to wonder if that prejudice, that purist prejudice, is going to extend to this game now, because, like I said, I've noticed a lot of weird things, like guard patrols that don't make any sense, where it's like 3 or 4 guards taking the same exact route one after the other, and like there's no gap, or weird AI that spots you in complete darkness and stuff like that, which I played Thief to Dark Project. I don't remember that kind of stuff happening basically ever. So I don't know if it's... What is this? Come on, man. Really? I don't know if that's something to do with T-Fix or Thief Gold in general, or if it's just something I didn't notice before. Okay, what... Well, then what is the point of this area? Well, that's just... Alright, so let's go ahead and save there. Just a quick aside, if any of you guys are bourbon fans out there. Okay, so these seem to be the elemental towers. That would be earth. I'm guessing that's water. Fire and air is probably going to be over here. Now, I'm a little concerned. Yeah, that's air. Okay, so elemental stuff is a big deal in this game. Oh, that's the Tower of Earth. They probably actually have the talisman, and I think they're probably hoping to... Oh, Jesu Cristo. Oh, he's coming, he's coming, he's coming, he's coming. Hide. Nice. Damn it. Maybe that'll be cool. That'll be far enough away for him. Alright. That's what I'm saying, like they come in groups of 2. Maybe that's just part of Thief Gold, I don't know, but I just don't remember anything like that before.
Who's there?
Okay. I guess I'm gonna have to take out 2 per tower. That's a little ridiculous. As I said in my cathedral run, 2 is that especially on expert, it's a lot harder to ghost. Yeah, I need some sort of special. There's a special switch or something. Oh, you know what? Huh. I may have to use an arrow to open the doors. Let's go ahead and save and try. Do I have any fire arrows? I do. So let's just go shoot one. Nope. Okay, so we're gonna load that. Save. Alright, the elemental arrows are not gonna help us. So I don't know if there's switches or what to open the doors. But especially for these on expert, with all the exploration, all the things you have to do, it's less geared towards ghosting and being that kind of thief, and more of just being, you know, using your blackjack and stuff like that. Oh my god, it's just the same fucking... Come on, buddy. Sorry, let's try this. We know the archer's coming. We're just gonna have to do this for all the towers. I guess. I don't know if we have to, but it sure seems like it. Okay, so let's save again. And, you know, let's make another hard save. Let's put one here. Yeah, I don't know if I finished that thought earlier, guys, but I was gonna say, like, if any of you are fans of bourbon, then check out Elijah Craig, just the regular. I guess it's considered the small batch, but I don't think they make anything else. Just get the Elijah Craig. I think it's 94 proof. Damn. My buddy of mine came over for Christmas last year, and he brought some pretty expensive bourbons, you know, $50, $70, $80 a bottle. And we sipped some of those. Those were really good. I mean, they were all really good, but the thing is this stuff is just as good. And it's $25 per bottle, which is insane. Can't believe we have to do this for all 4 parts of the tower. It's honestly the best bourbon I've ever had in my life. Probably the best whiskey I've ever had in my life, and I've had a lot of stuff. So if you guys are bourbon fans and you want something that you can drink regularly, that tastes like top shelf stuff, then I would get some Elisha Craig. And they purport themselves to be the first bourbon distiller in the U.S. I don't know if that's true. I think some people think it's debatable. It certainly sounds debatable, but I don't think it's debatable that they've been around since 1782 or whatever. So,
Hello? Is someone there?
Have at the. So yeah, I don't know if that's debatable. I don't think it is. So I mean, even if they're not the first, they're probably close to being one of the first. And they've been around for a hell of a long time. So, what the fuck is that? There's crazy noises everywhere. Alright, this one doesn't even have a door. What the hell is this about? Alright, we're gonna try another thing here since water arrows are, you know. Can we just shoot the tower with... No. Well, I don't know what the point of clearing out this floor was, but undoubtedly it's going to come into play at some point in this level, so... Look on my works. It's a little rude that this is all tile all the way up. Okay, this is... Let's go try and find some of those elemental keys. We cleared out a couple of guards downstairs, so let's keep up the good work. So we got the upstairs part of the central tower clear. What, do we have a map? Central tower, air tower, water tower, earth tower. We went to those on the to some extent. Excuse me, sorry for that. Just scratching here like Sasquatch. Came from the main gate and went around here to those areas. Okay, library here. Yeah, again, I'm sorry guys, but I have a fleeting suspicion we're gonna have to knock out every single last motherfucker in here. So, please forgive me. Guys going that way. I think we have an opportunity to take out this art. Yes, we do. Fantastic. So just turn around, little buddy. Turn around.
Hello?
Oh shit. Go, 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 go. Now I think we have a chance to take out his friend. Speaking of this fine bourbon I was talking about. Well, this is going to be water. Hold on a second. I'll take a sip of the bourbon in a minute. Ooh, I want to pick his pocket before I kill him. Or knock him out. Go ahead and save. That's right. Turn your bad self around. And there we go. Yeah, the more I play on expert, the more I realize like why all the other like thief fans that I've seen play and things like that, they're always on expert, and that's because it's like all these extra objectives are just it's so much more fulfilling because you see so much more of the level and all the fun world building and stuff like that. One thing I like about Thief for a Let's Play is, because, like, Sinking City was open-ended and, like, long and all sorts of stuff, so, like, if you guys notice, there's one video that's, like, 10 hours because I was just trying to, like... I was just trying to group my, my play sessions together. Right? But, you know, that's a little ridiculous. I think someone else already pointed out. I mean, it's not really that bad. I don't know why it's that much of an inconvenience. It's like, you know, YouTube saves your spot when you watch videos. So it shouldn't be that bad.
Captain Regalio's been holding out on the mages. Good thing he can't hold out on me.
Recovering the golden medallion of St. Burrington will reward all the sweat I put into the endless hunt for those damned talismans. By selling it, I will surely make some profit off of this ordeal. In all my years of service to the Hand, I have never seen their efforts so thoroughly stymied. It's almost as though one of their own had taken and hidden the talisman so completely that not even the archmages can find them. Captain E.F. Regalio. Garrett is so dope. Yeah, so I mean, like, it's just an awkward length to some of them, whereas, like, you know, I think like a 2.5, 3 hour is a good length, but if I were to just arbitrarily say, like, for the Sinking City, like, oh, let's just cut it off after 3 hours, it could be in weird spots, and, you know, you may not be the best time to stop the Let's Play, but I like, the Thief missions are each going to be, especially if you're playing on Expert, they're each going to be like 2.5, 3 hours, which is a good... Shit, this is gonna be tough. Okay, just had to get out of there. Do that. Guess this is the barracks or something. Alright, do I have a key? There we go. Guys, I know it's not super pro to be knocking them all out, but should I accidentally make too much noise in one room, I don't want these guys waking up and freaking out.
Hey, what's that sound? I
wonder if that'll count as a pickpocket since she didn't hit the ground yet. Probably not. Now, where would it be right now? Okay. Ooh. Delicious gold. My sustenance. Alright, what do we got here? 1,800 loot. I think we can do better than that. In fact, we better do better than that because the Lost City, I think, is the next one. I don't remember. But we'll see. Could be. Let's have a look-see. So we're gonna need to find those damn keys so we can get into those damn towers. Oh, you thought you could hide from me. How silly of you. Alright, this is where we came in from. We're gonna see about...
I see there.
Nothing, don't worry about it.
Oh well. Must have nothing.
So like we once were, are these who now inhabit this land. They are the chrysalis that shall become. We have adopted those few who have shown potential for enlightenment, from the note of Archmage Garrett's prophecies. Will come in handy, possibly. Hopefully not, actually. I hope to not use healing at all in this mission. Can I pick this guy's pocket? He's got a key. So we'll see. Here comes the patrol. Oh yeah. Wow. Sorry, just had a snort of that brandy. Holy crap. Not brandy, bourbon. Sorry, I was in the thief mood. I think they've discussed brandy in this,
Is that you?
Sorry about that, just had to take care of those two guys real quick. Yeah, I just had a snort of that bourbon, and holy shit, is that good. God damn.
Hello? The thief's here. Done.
Well, that was a bad call. I guess we're gonna have to use a water arrow after all.
Is it just me, or did something
I heard
move?
something.
Can I lean through here and do this? Let's try it. Oh, that was awesome. Oh. Perfection. Unless someone finds him. Please don't find him, anybody. There's nothing over here. Nope, just sorry. I paid my respects to that walk. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and load it. And we're gonna try that again. We're gonna try that whole interesting.
Did you hear that?
Noise. We've got looter! Help! Help!
You didn't see shit, dude.
A yard of pain for...
Okay, alright, so the AI is freaking out now. Not happy.
Did you hear something?
Okay. And we're gonna go ahead and lean forward and there we go. And before this guy comes up the step, I'm gonna go ahead and grab this guy so he doesn't see him. Okie dokie. Gonna grab this, and guard should just be coming up now. We're gonna go ahead and make a hard save and go. Jesus! That's Stephen Russell, if I ever heard of Stephen Russell.
All right, you're in.
God damn! All right, I'll try from the other. It was Jesus. I'll try from over here.
There's an intruder here.
What the fucking bitch? All right, let's try it again.
Who's there?
Nobody.
Is someone there? Thief!
Shut up. Get in here. Join the party. Right now I'm just gonna try and... Dude, did you see that? He's clairvoyant. Oh my god. The adventures of the clairvoyant guard. You know, it could have been all the noise I made running over. That I think that was it. Yeah, he wasn't just like... I already knocked her out? Oh, yes, I remember. This was my little safe hidey hole spot. Alright, well... let's make another. Let's put it on... here. Come on, buddy. What the hell? You're not going anywhere. You can join. He probably found her and freaked out, so we'll see. Alright, now I'm going to do a quick save and investigate. Where the hell did that guard go? Oh, he's running around.
Didn't even scratch. Ooh, I think a baby bird pecked me.
I've never heard that one before. I think I killed him. And... no. I just knocked him out. Would you look at that? So apparently he ran to get help. Wow, okay. This is working out better than expected. I know, guys, once again, I apologize for not ghosting or whatever, but I don't know this level at all. And I just need to explore it, not only to complete the objectives, for my own edification as well. I think it's fun to explore. So that's the main gate. Celarir Abruja. We urgently need the chemicals last requested. 2 days hence we'll be sending young Luca to the... oh my god. I think the bourbon's kicking in. La Nucha to the city. Have one of your helpers accompany him. Also, see if you can add 3 goats, a camel, and a burrick to the animals gathered for the next round of experiments. Adept Heseki Bazar. Wow, those fantasy names really just roll off the tongue, don't they? If you guys notice I have trouble reading sometimes, it's because I'm always jumping ahead. I'm trying, my mind is like filling in the blanks, saying like, oh, the sentence, it's like autofill on your phone. It's like, oh, the sentence must conclude like this, and then it doesn't, and then I look like an idiot because that's not what's written. Notice to all servants and guards. And so it's even harder with fantasy names and stuff like that, because I'm going, and then my mind's just like, huh? And then my mouth's just like, let's just try and pronounce it. My mind's like, no, it's fill in the blank. Come on, we know this. So it's like a whole thing. Ultimately resulting in stupidity. Notice to all servants and guards, hear and let it be known that the 4 towers of Mage Keep and Sacrosanct are sacrosanct, and thus off limits to the commons. Only those adept may enter. Guards may enter the tower foyer on business, but may not proceed upwards. Archmage Ibn al-Harud. So I can, here's the thing. Without having played Thief, this far in Thief Gold yet ever in my life, I can start to see where some of the influence for Thief 2X came from. Expanding, the lore of the universe to include, Eastern countries with a sort of Middle Eastern influence and aspect to them. That name right there, Ibn al-Harud, is almost certainly not almost, it is certainly a Middle Eastern Arabic name, for sure. So this sounds like spookiness, and you guys know how I feel about that. You guys know my stance on spookiness, and in this game, Thief 2 is fine, and then Deadly Shadows, it's got its own thing going on. Love of Odin. There we go. Oh, fantastic. I found the torture dungeon. Some gold here. And some more gold. And a book. I can finally get back to work. My apologies for being behind schedule in the new round of vivisection. The workmen finally cleared out, having just finished walling up the last main entrance to those infernal sewers. The old sewers are still largely unmapped, but present too much of a security risk to be left. I find it amazing that they reach back to the city despite our distance from it. There is still the one secret entrance that we can use to traverse the sewers. The guards that patrol it will deal with anything unfortunate enough to struggle out of that muck. Adep Heseki Bezar. He's the guy who runs the jail, I guess. Or the dungeon. They're always coming in pairs, and they have like the same fucking route. It's so weird.
What?
I haven't seen this in Thief 2. Played a lot of Thief 2, never seen this, and I've played a lot of the original Dark, well, not a lot, but I played the original Dark Project through more than once, probably more than twice, and I don't remember seeing this kind of behavior in guards. Oop, nice water arrow. $1737. Okay, so we almost finished one objective, which is 1,800 loot. Loot's usually the easiest to do, anyways. Okay, here's the secret entrance. Forgot to not use the throw button every time I... Oh, that's... Nice. Yeah, we're gonna try and just... I mean, you can't take it with you, as I've said many times in this Let's Play. Come on, dude. Just be a sport. Oh my god, bro. Really?
I shall Build shelters from the winds. Feel the
So much echoing. Guess what? You're going in the hole.
Oh.
I gotta believe that, like, the looking glass was not so lazy when they made these levels. Just everyone comes in pairs. You know what I mean? Maybe they were. I don't know. I'm just saying. Like, I find it a little hard to swallow. I think T-Fix, while it may have things running very nicely, from a technical.
Why are the hand mages the only ones allowed in? Why won't they allow us into their towers?
We're here to keep a watch on the commons and to deal with mundane threats. The Mage...
But what with all the...
Don't care. Shut it. This just like fucking. I'm just laying waste to people. I don't think they should call this thief. I think they should call it third world dictator, guilty of war crimes and genocide. That's what they should call it. Look at this. Jesus Christ. I mean, I guess you don't have to be third world to be a dictator guilty of war crimes and genocide. You know what I mean? So many wonderful buzzwords that YouTube's gonna catch on this Let's Play. I'm gonna be like, nope, the flag, demonetized, whatever. Not that I monetized it all right now, but were I, I'm sure that this would be an issue. So I gotta get those damn mage's keys. Unless... Does this work? No. Shit. Alright. Well, actually, we got 2 objectives down. Let's see. Escape. Okay, don't kill anyone. Yeah, right. That's fine. Steal the jeweled reading glasses from the central library. Okay, we can get there. Earth Talisman. Discover location of the Earth Talisman. I'm guessing it's in the Earth Tower. I don't know. I'm just gonna wager a guess there. Let's make another hard save, and we'll go to fun part of mansion. Although I should have saved over that. That could have been fun to go back to Little Big Planet. It's actually called Little World, Big World, I think, but I like to call it Little Big Planet. I didn't murk everyone out here yet. Where the hell is the other dude? Should have been another guard here with him. Okay, this is the main entrance where we came from. We went that way. We cleared this side. I don't think there are any more guards. We got the 2 mages here. Cleared this side. This is the air tower. We don't have the key yet. Of course. Okay, this is just a little lookout area. Which key? I'm guessing it's one of the keys. We've gotten a million damn keys. Really? Okay, I was about to say, dude. Okay, alright. Back to school. We just looped in on ourselves, which is a good thing because that means that we're covering ground exposing things, discovering things. Gonna have another little sip of bourbon here. Bourbon-fueled larceny is, well, it's an American tradition, really, so.
Wind blows. Fire.
So this is where the mages hide their dirty little secrets.
I shall build shelters from the winds, heal the countless waters, see the vast earth burn into fires.
Once again, I cannot stress this enough. Thank you for whoever in the comments was like, you know, don't forget to lean forward, buddy. And I was like, the what now? What'd you call me? The huh? Don't talk ugly to me. No, but yeah, in all seriousness, thank you. It's helped out immensely. I'm just gonna perch here like a gargoyle, which is actually sort of thematically fitting with some stuff that happens in Thief Deadly Shadows.
I shall walk the path till my return to eternal fire.
Okay, just come on this way, buddy. I'll take care of you right quick. Haha! What, did I see? No, that was just him clipping through the bookcase. I was like, did I see some... Didst mine eyes see some treasure? Some treasure that I had not claimed? Another papyrus scroll. So much papyrus here, guys. Notes from council session on the Inner Circle. Due to the disastrous experiment by Archmage Jabu ibn Lani, the water tower will be closed until further notice. Due to flooding, all future experiments using water elementals are forbidden by mutual consent of the Inner Circle until we can devise stronger wards. Our keep must remain unified and maintain tradition. Each tower holds the key of another to maintain the doctrine of trust. Since the key to the Tower of Water was lost controlling the accident, the fire mages have no symbol to guard. Therefore, the fire mages shall keep the key to the chamber in the central tower that holds our treasured possession. The key to the Tower of Earth shall remain in the Tower of Water, since the water mages are the only ones who can survive entering the flooded areas. It was a little confusing. Let's see what the objectives have to say. They're going to be like, find a way to get into wherever. Oh, discover the location. Okay, alright, well.
I shall walk the path till my return to the eternal tower.
I'm sure you will. You walked the path that led right into my blackjack, so for that I thank you. Alright. Oh, come on, man. Where's the fucking switch? Is it the torch? It's one of the books. Lamp? Is it underneath one of the desks? I don't know if they started doing that yet in this one, like those little tiny switches under the desks. Let me try getting up here. Excuse me. That's what I thought. Ha! It's gotta be the switch has gotta be up here somewhere. Maybe it's downstairs. I don't see anything on these walls either. And it's not that. Okay. Yeah, let's go check downstairs. Surprised it's not the torch. It's usually the torch. Oh, the spectacles should be in the library too. That's one thing we're after.
Greed shall be your undoing, poor Garrett.
Don't talk to me. And don't judge me either. Would you steal a loaf of bread to feed your family? Of course you would. Now we can rationalize basically anything involving theft. So I went down the logical rabbit hole logical fallacy rabbit hole, and here I am. So don't you judge me.
Do not let fear control your path, Garrett.
Well, you know, I try not to, but...
Deception is your power, Garrett.
Hey, I'm aware of that. I'm a thief.
Betrayal will force you to see, Garrett.
I think they're foreshadowing the plot. I don't know. I'm no scholar. But I'm just gonna go out on a limb. Mage Verlin. As Rannis's interest in necromancy is not diminished, despite his banishment, his study of the black arts continues at his spire in Dayport. We fear that his experiments with the reanimation of rats and insects will lead to more disturbing depths. He has even endeavored to recruit others on a crusade to recover the Book of Ash. The Book of Ash must remain a thing of the past. As Rannis's ambition has blinded him to this, and he has proven himself a threat to our existence, his expulsion has only made him more resilient. It is the decision of the Inner Council that greater measures be taken to correct this matter. Archmage Carino. And you know what's funny? And well, okay, so that's why this is in gold. This is actually a prequel-ish. So Thief 2 was in development and I think they launched the same year, Thief Gold and Thief 2. This is a reference, a pre/post reference to the Necromancer's Spire in the Life of the Party mission, which is pretty cool. That sounds upstairs? Where's that coming from? It's just coming from over there. Got this one. 8 old men up in a tower, 8 old men, one with power. Turn away from the hand with your sword, count 7 and find your reward. Alright, well, once we get into the tower, we'll probably figure that out. Mastery of water requires that you return to the ways of your beginning. For 9 moons you lived in water, and then were born to a world of air and earth. You have forgotten your past. We will teach you to remember. Put away mortal thoughts of breath, and discover the ways of the sea. Do not walk the path with your limbs. Instead, allow your body to float within it and become part of it. Until you have gained full mastery over water, return to the air, O adept, and cherish its protective succor. In time, you will feel the warm embrace of water, traversing the entire system without need of breath. The Book of Coral and Scale, 7:12. Interesting. Wondering if that's a little bit of an Abyss reference there, or that's what inspired that. It basically say the same thing in the movie The Abyss. It's just like, oh, don't worry, you breathed water, you breathed liquid for 9 months, you can do it. And I looked that stuff up. Apparently it's real. The fluid that you can breathe is real, which is insane. I would have thought that the diaphragm would have trouble moving liquid in and out of the lungs like that because of the difference in pressure required for something like that, but apparently it's possible. Also, it's apparently a closely guarded secret by the U.S. Navy and possibly other militaries. So I don't know if it's commercially available, and it has very limited applications as well. So, and I'm not quite sure I understand why it works. I understand to some extent how it works, but I don't understand why it would be better necessarily than just breathing oxygen. They say it has to do with something about not getting the bends because you don't have gaseous oxygen in your blood, but I don't know. That doesn't necessarily make a ton of sense. I don't know, so I'd have to look more into it as to why it works. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, it's in the movie The Abyss. He has to go to like super deep depths, and they demonstrate. Actually, apparently, so in the movie they drown a rat in the fluid, to show how it works, because it's this guy's pet in the movie, and he's like, no, 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 don't hurt her, and the Navy guy drowns the rat, not in a mean way, just to show him like, no, it's safe, it's cool, check it out. But apparently they put a real rat in that real fluid, and it was breathing just fine. So you can have oxygen exchange in your lungs in a fluid, using a fluid, and basically it's this fluid that the U.S. Navy has. So if you need to dive to super deep depths, you can use this.
Be still.
Ugh, that was bullshit. I totally had him. I don't know what he... Let's see where these assholes are going. Okay, so we're in the library. We're looking for the spectacles. And then we also have to try and figure out what that damn riddle meant. It wasn't really a riddle, but like where the different keys are and how the hell we're supposed to get into one of the like apparently the keys for each tower are locked in other towers, but I don't even have a key for one tower. So if I can't even get into one tower, how the hell am I going to do this? The only thing is possibly there's a way to swim into the water tower and start there, and I'll find a breath potion or something. That's the only thing I can think of. Plus, how do I open that secret door in the library? I would have thought the switch would be down here somewhere. But I guess not. But yeah, long story short about what I was blabbering about earlier. Yeah, there's apparently you can breathe this fluid. And they're just like, oh, you do it in the womb, and it's just like, do you? Or are you being fed oxygen through your umbilical? And you just happen to have fluid in your lungs. I don't know if there's any oxygen exchange. I mean, like, I didn't know if there is or isn't, and the movie still didn't clear it up. But I don't know if there's oxygen exchange in your lungs with amniotic fluid as a baby. I'm pretty sure as a fetus and as a baby, you're getting most of your oxygen through the umbilical, and the mother is oxygenating the blood through her gas exchange processes. So, yeah, I don't know. But anyways, I just thought it was cool that you can breathe liquid. Now, I don't know how good that shit is for you. I would be highly suspect about how much of that, like, how much exposure you want of that stuff in your lungs for how long, you know what I mean? Like, I would not be comfortable. Super long exposure with it. I looked at the chemical structure, and I mean, I don't know a ton about biochemistry, so I couldn't tell you definitively if it's, like, good or bad for you. But I could tell you this. There's potential issues just based on some of the parts of the chemical structure. I don't know if you, like, I think that's like for emergencies or specific missions only. It's not just like, oh, let's just go dive to whatever depths and put this random shit in our lungs. I guarantee there haven't been like significant studies on the effects, long-term effects of using that kind of shit and coating your lungs with it for hours at a time. So, okay. I'm gonna go ahead and save, and I'm gonna try opening the door with my sword. Kind of Ultimate Underworld style. Nope, I don't think that's gonna work. Alright, well, damn it. Just keep exploring this area. Now, I'm pretty sure that those spectacles are in there. We're just missing some sort of clue to tell us, like, oh, make sure you spit in the fireplace 9 times. So this is Okay, we came here. I think we've already been here, guys. Yeah. Yeah. This is the down below place. Been here. Haven't been here yet. So we'll go check this out. Okay, more torture chambers. That's always a good sign. Alright. Yeah, pretty sure I'm gonna have to try and swim into the water tower through the sewers here. It's one of the few things that makes sense. I'm just a little peeved that we couldn't figure out the how to get to that secret room in the library. Alright, let's go ahead and save and, huh? Because that's what I'm feeling right now. I can't put all the pieces together yet.
This looks like the way out.
Okay, so this is
That'll
just
come in useful later.
this is just an escape route. This is not a way into the water tower. Okay. Damn it! So confused, so lost. Okay, they're just gonna keep telling me to stop being a thief and alluding to my imminent demise and foreshadowing the plot. I feel like we're missing a switch here. We are missing a switch. It's down here. I don't know. One of these lights. I don't see any books that would have anything to do with this. Ugh. Getting sleepy. 'Cause it's tired in here. Okay, this is new. I haven't been here before. Got another rope arrow, that's good. So like we once were, are these who now inhabit the land, they are chrysalis that shall become. We have adopted those few. Okay, we already read that. Somewhere else. we'll close. Okay, all future experiments. Okay, our keep must remain unified and maintained. Each tower holds the key of another to maintain the doctrine of trust. Since the key to the Tower of Water was lost controlling the accident, the fire mages have no symbol to guard. Therefore, the fire mages shall keep the key to the chamber in the central tower that holds our treasured possession. The key to the Tower of Earth shall remain in the Tower of Water, since the water mages are the only ones who can survive entering the flooded areas. Alright, so the fire mages have the key to the central whatever. To the central tower, which probably has the Earth Talisman, is what they're talking about, our sacred treasure. Oh, duh, so stupid. Okay, alright.
This will make any
Spectacles.
fence crack a smile.
Spectacles, testicles, wallet, watch. Or is it yeah. Alright, so now all that's left to do is steal the Earth Talisman. Let's check our map. We are in the central tower. So we must figure out a way to find... Well, the fire mages have the key to the central tower. So we need to find a way into the fire tower. Which I think we sort of did at one point. So we're going to go back this way. Oh yeah, there's nothing here. Check the map again. Where are we? Alright, we are in the central tower. So we're trying to get to whatever's at the top of this. And they say that the fire mages have it. But we checked all this out and we didn't find a way in. All the doors did not operate, so... All of this seems pointless if there's no way to try and get in at some point. If there's no door that I can't get into or something. There's gotta be something I can break into here. This must be water, and we know this one's closed off. Okay, it's not here. I don't know if I checked this one out yet. Or maybe I did. Did I? Yeah, I guess I did. Alright, so I have no idea what to do at this point. I don't have an extra key to use to open any of these things. They said there was a way to the sewers, which there was, but that didn't actually lead me to a way to swim up to the water tower. Well, shit, guys. I mean, I guess we can try and go back all the way back down and see if there's another way to break into any one of the mage towers on the ground floor. We could try that. That's the only thing I can think of right now because I can't think of anything else that we can do. Okay. Hold on. Still guards
I
us.
shall build shelters from the winds, feel the countless waters, see the vast earth, burn eternal fires.
Okay, there's still guys out here. Which means I haven't explored everything yet. Okay, alright, we haven't been here yet. Which means there might be a door
Hey!
that we can get into. Unless the game just glitched and woke up some of our guys that we knocked out. Oh no, okay, we haven't been here before yet. We didn't do our due diligence with exploration. Remember guys, you can't take it with you. So there's no point in not using a lot of your resources if you...
I shall build shelters from the winds, the countless waters, see the vast earth, burn eternal fires.
I was about to say, I guess I hadn't seen the Earth Tower yet. I have a feeling the plot is just thickening right now. At least in terms of what we've discovered in this area. I could have sworn we had explored all of these areas thus far. Oh, should have just tried the damn thing. Okay, alright, so. Alright, flooding Mage Tower. Let's try and use the stairs. So far, so good. This is pretty cool. I'm kind of digging this. We got the earth key. Very nice. Alright, we're cooking with gas now. Wow. Yeah, okay. I'm liking this. This is some Looking Glass Studios weirdness that I love. Okay, well that was it. We just needed to figure out. So we're almost done here, guys. Let me just check our objectives real quick, because 18. Oh, that's not what I wanted. I know that we're close. What I wanted to know is how much loot did we end up getting? 2582. Very nice. It's probably going to be even higher than that in a minute here. That's air. That's earth.
Is this a vision?
Nothing. Wind blow. Oh.
We're gonna make another save. We're gonna say, switches. I don't know why. Hold on. Let's just mosey on over to our lean. Oh, sorry. Oh, pressing every goddamn button on the keyboard. Okay, it does not want to lean and read at the same time, so we'll just do that. Cool earth wraps tightly around us. Constructive veins of tower tunnels caress beating heart of grinding rock. In mastery of my element, I leap from stone to falling stone. Boulders float as feathers. Scribbled poetry, adept a runes notebook. After Haunted Cathedral, this one's just kind of like a fun one. It's like fun and pretty light. It's not too difficult. I'm kind of digging it, you know what I mean?
The winds are not at peace.
Holy shit. Some crazy shit here.
Wind has deceived me. Something was a false vision. Feel the countless waters. See the vast earth.
Okay. Yeah, I have never in my life. But hold on. Do I need to use those stupid floating rock thingies, or can I just be like, hey, you know what? I've got one of these. We don't need to mess with any of that. Yeah, that's what I thought. I love you, Looking Glass Studios. You make life worth living. This is pretty cool, I gotta say, guys. I'm really digging this. You know, it kind of reminds me of the Four Seasons area in Thief 2 in the pagan. I think you're in the maw at that point. When you're following the courier who's trying to get back to the pagans to deliver a message. See, what I love, you know, as people have pointed out about Thief, the robust sound system allows you to determine how close people are to you. So the reason I'm running around with such confidence right now is I know that there's no one that close to me. I'm pretty, like, far off the beaten path here. I don't need to worry, and I'm collecting these moss arrows because I know there's going to be metal with the fire mages.
Is this a vision?
Oh, here we go. Guys taken care of. That was one way up. Just gonna go ahead and open this door. Oh, we opened this door. Okay, so let's go find the key before we start mucking around with this stuff. We're supposed to find one of the keys in here. Probably the key for air, and then air will lead us to fire, and then fire will give us the final key.
What vision disturbs me? All is still.
Very nice. Nicely done. Deftly, deftly. Gotta find that damn key. It's probably... God knows where it is.
Who troubles this place? I am unharmed, foolish one. I stand un-
So that's probably not gonna work. Okay, go down here. If I'm not mistaken. What a fucking maze. Holy crap. And then around this corner.
Fire burns, earth shakes,
Yeah, he's coming this way.
flows.
Come on, buddy. Let's dance. Yes, we're getting close. Man, we're gonna need all these moss arrows, aren't we?
There, our sanctum is invaded. You cannot change my destiny. To hide in the shadows, I will see you bleed, thief. You cannot change.
Well, we've got an easy solution for that, so.
Is it there, my friend? A disturbance. Oh. You cannot change my destiny, thief. You cannot change my destiny, thief. You cannot change my destiny, thief. You cannot change my... Ah!
Is that gonna count as a kill? Let's just see what happened. Ah, come on. Well, we know what to do now. So we're gonna load our quick save, unload, and then just gonna hide up in the shadows here. Wait for them to pass this way. The fuck are they coming from? Oh.
Is this a vision? The wall. You cannot change my destiny, thief.
Alright, let's try it again. Let's wait for them to pass back the other way. Kind of wish I had gas arrows in this one. I don't know if they're... I think it's just the Thief 2 thing. That's like one of the few things Thief 2 added. I'm gonna come this way. And turn around, about face that
I
way.
shall walk the path. Mysterious sound speaks to me.
I have
Are
found
you for real? God damn it. Alright. Quick save. Just gonna make sure we are still recording, by the way. Yes, we are. Okay, fantastic. So Garrett didn't do his job of mantling ledges. About face, about face.
A mystery. Oh,
Okay, took care of those jerks. This tower's getting a little insane. A little bit too big. Let's go ahead and press. It's funny because I thought the ground floor stuff was going to be like the majority of the level, but it's like, nope, there's so much more. Because this is Thief Gold. It's like, oh my god. Okay, finally, I got the damn key. Let's get the hell out of here. Yeah, I was about to say, I was like, shouldn't they give us another rope arrow just in case? Yes, they should. Ah! Go ahead and save, because we are good to go. So we have the air key now. We can try it. I don't think it's just gonna work on the door like that, but we can try. I mean, it's... Well, no, I know it's not gonna work. So we're just gonna have to go back down the tower like this. Apologies. fire. And that's earth. That's water. Okay, so air is over here. Thank God we have like 5 million moss arrows now. Let's see, how many do we have? 23, 5 million, you know. Tomato, tomato. Okay. Alrighty.
See the vast earth that burned.
All is not still.
Okay. We got away with that.
Nothing.
The hell is this? The hell is that a gas arrow? I didn't know that they were in the first. Well, I mean, I did at one point in time. I just totally forgot. Man, they didn't have much room to improve or innovate with the sequel, did they? I think they did it with the level design and the story and stuff. But as far as the gadgets they introduced, I mean, they didn't have a lot they could do. Let's hope this isn't as inscrutable as the last one.
Noise.
Mysterious sounds.
The darkness will not protect you for long.
The shadows will not shelter you forever.
You cannot run from your fate.
I have eternity to seek you out.
Escape while you can. We wish to be left alone.
You cannot escape the inevitable. Stand as still as a pond.
Ah! Oh shit. Oh fuck. Oh god damn it. Oh my god, I'm so screwed. We're so screwed. We're gonna die. We're gonna die. We can make it, but we're gonna die. Just want you all to know that. If he doesn't follow us in here, I think we're okay. Okay, you know what we're gonna go and we're gonna say the age of exploration. Let's save it at that. And yeah. I like that each tower is not just like, oh, this one's gonna be a maze too. No, it's like, nope, this one's gonna be like its own thing. And the challenge is going to be getting past the people while making shitloads of noise. That's the challenge. I don't think I need anything in there. Oh, well, let's check it out. Oh, here we go. Alright, so first off, let's go out here and just save real quick. And, let's heal up. We're gonna eat some bread. That didn't do anything. Alright, we got like 40 million health potions thus far, so I think it's okay to have one. It's okay, I'll be bad and have one. Alright, and we're just gonna go up here, save successful, got most of our health back. Actually, that was a pretty good use of a health potion. Usually they don't give back that much health. Go up here. Hopefully the goddamn key is very close by. And apparently not, because they want us to do more of this nonsense. Only one more tower left after this. We've got moss arrows aplenty, but only one gas arrow, and...
Oh!
That's so stupid. Let's let that quick save. So again, ladies and gentlemen, you might be wondering, why the hell does he save so often? I don't understand. It seems excessive. And then that kind of shit happens, and it's like, you understand now. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and save again. And we're gonna go ahead and save again because I don't like waiting for shit like this a million times in a row. So as soon as I see that platform coming, I'm saving. There we go. Key better be up here, man. Heads will roll. I don't hear anybody, so I'm just gonna go ahead and assume we're fine. This is so cool. Look at this. Man, I'm so glad that, like, there's still like thief content, like original Looking Glass Studios thief content I haven't touched yet. It's just because it's like getting to try this for this, you know, for the first time is so cool. Do you guys remember which lockpick that was? I guess it's on a timer. So we gotta go fast. Time to wait. We'll try square. I don't know if it was square. Okay, so we just gotta wait for him to come back down again. Let's go ahead and save again. Remember, people, always run diagonally when time is of the essence. It's kind of like a must in this game. Okay, there we go. I have the fire key. Very nice. Very nicely done. I actually really like these mages towers. That each has their own like little theme and whatnot. It's so cool. I'm just gonna go ahead and save. We're gonna say, we got the fire key. You know, and again, like I said, you know, the first one was kind of maze-like. This one was about like either gassing enemies or just like avoiding them outright because like the floors are tile. We'll see what the next one is like. And then of course the first one was like, oh well, everything's water, so be careful. A little annoying that they make you have to go down through the entire tower again every time you complete one. And of course, if you hadn't been up here before like me, you'd have to contend with the 2 guards and everything like that. But it's just how I do it. I like to thoroughly explore. So we did earth, water, air, and now it's time for fire. Fantastic. No, I'm a little nervous. I'm wondering if it's going to be kind of a pain in the ass, but we're not going to fall prey to those worries. We're just gonna do it. By the way, guys, if you guys have been enjoying my Sinking City Let's Play, the rest of that should be up basically by the time I'm done with this, playing this, which I don't know, that doesn't mean anything to you guys. I don't know why I even said it. It's not like this is live or anything, so. But it is cool that it will be up. I think it'll be up and ready to go for any and all who want to. Let's see, this No, this is fire out here, I believe. Yes. I'm very disappointed that we didn't get a Thief 2 gold. It wasn't in development and production, and in fact, there is a modder who found some old files and like interviewed people like from Looking Glass and got some, you know, like rough sketches of maps and stuff like that about the extra levels that they were gonna add into Thief 2 to make it the gold edition. And you can download it and play it. Most of them are not like actual levels that you can complete. It's more just about, there is one that's fairly complete. I think it's a mechanist university or something like that, which is pretty cool. It's not all the way complete, but it does feel a bit like a mission. There's loot to steal, there's guards, you know, proper guard placement, stuff like that. The first mission 2 in the gold pack works pretty well. But the rest are just like basically placeholders, so. But I mean, if you're curious about like what could have been with the Thief Gold and the extra levels and content they would have added, I mean, I would have also hoped that they would have expanded some of the cutscenes. You can tell, at least with the ending. I think the ending is accidentally sort of like poetic and perfect, but it is kind of abrupt and a bit of a letdown in terms of like payoff, like in terms of like you'd want a cutscene longer than like 30 seconds or less than 30 seconds. But it does kind of stick the landing somehow, and so I think the ending for Thief 2 is fine. It's great, but I would have imagined that with the gold version they might have added some more to the cutscenes and done some more stuff. So, but guys, it's on. I mean, check out the TTLG forums or any sort of Thief modding community. I think you should be able to find references to it there. To Adept El Hayer, Lieutenant Scarl disobeyed Captain Regalio's specific orders and ventured into the Tower of Fire. Needless to say, he was ill-prepared to deal with the trials of flame and lava that await all entrants. The charred corpse was brought to the laboratories where it will be put to good use. The fire can cleanse us, but it is not for the commons. See to it that the incident serves as an example to others. Archmage Chamin Ramin. Nope. I wanted to do that, and I'm going to quick save. Well, shit. Is the guy walking in the lava? I can't compete with that. I would say that's a bug, but also knowing Looking Glass, that may just be like part of the game. Alright, I'm gonna save and see if I can.
Mysterious sounds.
Yeah, don't worry about my mysterious sounds. Worry about your own mysterious sounds. Holy shit. Alright, gonna save here. Damn! Alright, we're gonna try this.
The shadows reveal your power. The eternal fire will reclaim you.
God!
Darkness shall
Damn it.
overtake you.
Alright, we're gonna load. Damn. Well, let's just start laying down moss arrows like going out of style. Let's go ahead and quick save. Screw it. Yeah, that guy can clearly, like, walk on fire, so I'm not gonna fuck with him. I guess we are just gonna have to use our moss arrows.
Earth shakes.
Really? I do get annoyed with the inconsistent mantling in this game. We're gonna save and we're gonna do this. Oh. We're gonna do this.
All is still. Darkness shall overtake you.
Ah. Sorry, you know me, guys. I'm very conservative with my resources. So playing like this is just weird. Oh my god! And then it's not even consistent, so I can't just like pull off the same shit every time. Because there's always gonna be.
The wind has deceived.
Please be consistent. Did that guy just teleport in here because he heard me?
Wind blows, fire burns, earth shakes.
I have no idea if what I'm doing is a good use of resources, but I'm just gonna try anyways. We're gonna hope that I can knock this guy out before he fucks me up. That was very lucky. Let's make a hard save of that. Mage's Tower. This is a trial. Oy, 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 oy. I'm just gonna make a quick save. I don't want fire arrows. There's enough fire around here. You people have an obsession. Well, we made a quick save, so we know what's up. He's coming right for me. Isn't he? Moss, so I guess we'll say. Oh, that was a bad save. All right, well, we can go back to that quick save. So remind me, guys, not to quick save from here on out. Quick, get to the shadows. Get to the shadows. Quick, quick, quick. Oh, yes, stone.
All is not still.
I don't know if that was a good use of moss arrows because we may still have a ways to go, but let's do another hard save. Table, fine, that's fine. We'll do table. We just gotta get through this. I'm so tempted to quick save right now. Gotta reach for my drink. Get some bourbon in my system. It helps, really. You guys have no idea it helps so much. Okay. Make another save. Damn. That's a trick. Get me to reveal my... there's another guy coming, isn't there? That's good. We got another healing potion. Oh my fucking Christ. How many more floors of this place are there? Okay, I think we're in the home stretch here though, because that's the door to get out. So let's go ahead and save again. Let's get out. Let's try that. Well, there's two of them, so... I'll take out one of them with the gas arrow. And then, I don't know what I'll do with the other one. But this one I might take out with the blackjack. Depending... Or maybe not. Well, actually, maybe. So what I'll do is... let's go ahead and quick save, because this is the last... So we're going to lay down some moss here. And I think we can blackjack the one guy who comes down here. And then... we can gas arrow the next guy, and then that should be it. And then we can just, it's a straight shot for the key. If he's coming back down here, please come back down here so I can take care of you. Yeah, so we're gonna quick save real quick. Okay, he's down. We're gonna go zombie killer for sure. Save it. All right, now.
Shall build shelters from the winds. Waters. See the vast earth.
Where the hell is this guy? If I can just find him, then I can come up with a plan of attack. But I have no idea where he is. So I'm gonna just do this. I'm gonna save real quick. Quick save. Fuck it. Just make some noise.
There is a disturbance. What trouble is this? You cannot.
Damn it! gonna go ahead and make a save and like, huh? Maybe we can knock this asshole out.
A mystery presents itself. The shadows hold a threat. Do not. You cannot change my destiny, thief.
That was lucky. Alright, we're gonna see if we killed him. I don't think we did. Alright, we're good. Alright, so we're gonna go save switches. Switches, that's fine. Alright. Fantastic. And his AI bugged. I think we could have pulled that off. So we didn't have to use a gas arrow. And just in case there's another jolly asshole up here waiting for us, we can deal with him. Thank God. And we're not even done yet. We're just getting the key to get to the place where we need to go. Let's go ahead and save. I mean, we took care of those guys down here. And that's why we have a lien. Excuse me. That's why we have a... For reals? What the fuck? God damn it. Alright, we're gonna load. What was it? I think it's quick save. We got a quick save. This is obnoxious. Also that it disappears after a while. It's just like, just keep it open, keep it open, keep it open. So I figured that when they turned black they were safe to walk on earlier, but I just...
Now for the talisman.
Alright, so that is the fire tower done. This, I gotta say, these towers were fucking awesome. A bit of a challenge, which is fine, but awesome nonetheless. But the cool thing is that the game, like, sort of prepares you, gives you enough supplies to deal with what you might need to face in each of these places, which is very cool. Alright, let's get the hell out of this area. I think we're gonna heal up too once we get back down there. I just want to be done with all this lava shit for a little while. Also, as a thief player, hearing all this like walking on metal is like driving me insane. It's like grating at my brain. Okay. There we go. And we have 6 of those damn things, so that's more than enough. It's good that the fire tower at least spits us out here, you know?
It's true he has returned. We must be ready. Rough waters lie ahead.
Many will not survive. We must try to redirect the current.
Try as we might to retrieve the talismans, the prophecy is an ocean returning to shore. Little we can do to prevent it. prepare for its arrival.
Dry and dead is much of the city. The sun will oppose and the conflict will end in flames.
It's the way of things. Civilizations will burn into the earth so that it may give life to the next.
Winds of progress always head towards the grave.
Soon, young apprentice, you shall grasp the truth of it.
Something is amiss.
Okay, so appears to be a bunch of fake talismans in here. Also, this stuff. So we're gonna go ahead and save because I don't know which one to pick up. So the wrong talismans just punch you. Well. There we go. We can just figure it out like this. Alright, well, is it this one? Nope. Okay, well, it's not. That's not that one. It's not that one. I don't think it's that one. Don't think it's that one. Okay, so it's none of those. Is it this one? Nope. Is it this one? Nope. Maybe it's on top here. Save. So this one, I don't know what's this. No, it's not that one. Okay, so this one? Nope. Okay, it's that one. Let's go ahead and take one more healing potion. Just because we have some extras, and why the hell not? Now, I'm going to try and get out the front gate because I think that's cooler. But, let's see. Yeah, alright. Didn't kill anyone. Escaped the mage towers. Think we're gonna be okay. Save again real quick right here and see if this takes us out. No, it does not. Okay, so you guys know what that means. That means that we absolutely have to use the stupid sewers. And I believe that means going back to that big staircase that we were just at. And going all the way down, yeah. Okay. All right, yeah, so we got the final treasure. We found the talisman. We went through all 4 mage towers. This was a pretty awesome level. I don't know if the community likes it or not, because I just don't know. But I personally liked it. It's not my favorite Thief level, but I just thought like it had a lot of inventiveness and some weirdness to it that I appreciated. So yeah, it's a winner for me, for sure. It's definitely memorable. There we go. Let's look at our stats. All right, so, oh my god. Guys, wow, okay. This is a first, I think, in any Thief game ever for me. I found 100% of the loot in the entire fucking level. That is amazing. That is awesome. 2812 out of 2812. Although I only picked 18 out of 22 pockets, but I guarantee 4 of those. One was the lady I accidentally, knocked out. I picked her pocket right after I knocked her out. So I meant to pick it right before, and then I hadn't seen it. Well, I mean, I didn't see it before I knocked her out, and I was like, ah, damn. And then the other 3 were most likely keys I already had. Damage taken 20, healing taken 16, innocents killed none, and others killed 0. Locks picked 7. So far, the campaign has taken us 10 hours and 14 minutes. Loot so far, 16,611 total damage. I gotta say, that honestly, that's fucking great. I'm really impressed with that. I'm really proud of that because it's the first time that's ever happened to me. Although I will say this, that means that Mage Towers didn't have the same level of like secrets and hard to find places and stuff like that. It was a little bit more sort of casualized compared to other levels, other Thief levels. But I liked it. I enjoyed it, and I think after something like the not Haunted Cathedral, but I forgot the name of the last mission, but the last mission where you have to go to the cathedral and then learn that the door is locked and then learn that you have to find the keys. That mission, is tough, and there's a lot of undead, and there's a lot of, like, it gets pretty hairy. So having something a little bit more casual that's more about stealth and using the mechanics of the game. And it wasn't, like, easy. The Mage Towers were a fair challenge. I would say the air and fire were definitely the hardest. But I absolutely enjoyed it, so very cool. The knowledge of those who came before could neither be disseminated or destroyed. Its power would be a dangerous tool in the wrong hands. Would also ensure against future cataclysm. At that time, we chose to maintain with writings preserved in extant locations. I forgot it after maintain.
The Keepers have hidden the Talisman of Fire in a place they call the Lost City. Some kind of cataclysm buried the place underground ages ago. The Keepers have sealed the access to the city, a cleft in the river bottom near the east side. If the materials in the library are right, the strange stone I found can be used to open that seal. I've also got a map. It's so old the edges crumble in my hands. It shows the city, or at least how it was back then. I hope the old place hasn't changed much.
All right, the Lost City. So, guys, once again, one of the reasons I definitely like Thief 2 better, and I would almost recommend for, if you know someone who likes stealth games and you want to get them into the series, that you would maybe start them with Thief 2 first, actually, and then maybe Deadly Shadows, and then, honestly, then maybe Thief Gold or Thief the Dark Project. But the problem with that is so much of the lore and so many things that occur in the later games come from this game. The Hammerites are not really mentioned in Thief 2 because the focus is on the Mechanist. So they're mentioned, but you could be forgiven for thinking that the mechanists it's just the mechanists versus the pagans. You could be forgiven for not knowing who the Hammerites are if you only played Thief 2. Geralt's relationship with Victoria is much more important, depending on your knowledge of what goes on in Thief 1 into Thief 2. Even just the prologue chapter of just Garrett's training with the Keepers speaks, there's a lot of storytelling, telling like, okay, how Garrett became involved with the Keepers, what the Keepers do, sort of, what they trained him to do, that they sort of trained him to be a thief, not to be a thief, but they gave him the skills to be a thief, that he rejected their teachings and just, went into business for himself. The Trickster, the Eye of the Trickster, the fact that he has a backstory with the Hammerites where he actually helped the Hammerites to defeat the pagan deity. So all of these things, and even things like this, like the Lost City, the Lost City comes up again in Thief 2. It's actually fairly prominent in Thief 2. There's a one of the longest levels in the game is set in the Lost City, and much of the layout is sort of recycled from, well, not one-to-one, but it's supposed to be very easily recognizable for people who played Thief 1. And then once again, you go back to the Lost City, and it plays a sort of important role in Thief Deadly Shadows as well. So that's what I'm saying, like, as much as I want people's first, experience with Thief to be 100% cathartic, and I don't want to get them to get necessarily frustrated. I want to put the best foot forward and say, like, oh, play Thief 2 first. But if they do end up getting into the franchise, they're going to be a little bit, I think, upset, because so much of the lore actually stems from this game. Thief 2 is the better game for sure, but establishing the backdrop and the story and the characters and the players and the factions and the mood and the tone and even locations like the Lost City all boils down to Thief the Dark Project or Thief Gold. So it's kind of hard to say, like, yes, just tell people to play Thief 2 first, because if they end up not liking Thief Gold in the first couple of levels, they probably won't finish the rest of the series. So I don't know, but so that's a tough one. But I will say that, yeah, actually, I the first one that I played through all the way through was Thief 2. Excuse me, it's getting late. I'm getting tired. It was Thief 2, and so I was just like, oh, that's cool. All right, Mechanist. Like, I knew about the Mechanists. I knew about this. I knew about Victoria. I had no idea that Victoria, well, I don't want to spoil anything for something come up, but I had no idea Victoria's previous relationship with Garrett was so storied, let's say. So, and I had never been to the Lost City, so I was just like, why are we in these Egyptian ruins? What the hell's going on? When I was playing Thief 2, I'm like, what the fuck am I doing here? Same thing with well, no, by the time I played Thief Deadly Shadows, I'd played Thief the Dark Project at that point, so. Excuse my Rona. But anyways, this is sort of one of the standout missions, at least in terms of creativity and also staying power in the series. It's been featured in all the other games, so it's kind of interesting. And also, the first time I ever played it in the Dark Project, it was just total departure from everything the rest of the game had shown me up until that point. So I was just like, wow, this is different. I have to say, again, guys, I'm sorry, I'm so tired. Again, I have to say, I have played The Lost City many times before, but I have never played it in the Thief Gold version. And I thought, oh, I thought Gold just added some levels, right? No, they changed some other ones. And I knew that they had changed Constantine's Manor, or the Sword, because they added the little world, big world. And I thought there were more kooky rooms that they added, but apparently not. It was just that. That's a pretty big addition. But in the Lost City, they got rid of a lot of so the Craymen were here, and I think we found one Crayman in the previous mission that we just did. And that was our first introduction to sort of the otherworldly, pagan, extra-dimensional, Lovecraftian horror monsters that are going to start popping up. But it was populated with them, and then these things called fire elementals, which were just these fireballs that roam around, and then they shoot fire at you if they see you, and you can take them out with water arrows. So I'm used to that, but apparently because they got so much feedback saying like enough with the creatures, enough with the monsters, enough with the ghosts, enough with whatever, Looking Glass Studios was like, okay, well when they made Thief Gold, they revamped the Lost City so that the level layout is the same and the places you have to go are the same, but now it's the Hand Brotherhood that has learned that Garrett broke into their tower and stole their talisman, and they also have an expedition in the Lost City looking for the fire talisman, and they're down there and they've heard about Garrett's exploits, so they've populated the level and they're out for your blood. So they kind of changed how it plays out, and they changed the enemy roster in the Lost City. It's pretty much all Hand Brotherhood. I think there are 1 or 2 fire elementals left, but as far as I know, there's no Lovecraftian pagan monster things. So I don't know. Once again, I'll be a little bit more familiar with it, but then again, I mean, it's been a very long time since I played the Dark Project's version of the Lost City. So, and then of course, populating it with human enemies, I think it's going to make it easier, to be honest. Like, those fire elementals are no joke, but we'll see. So again, it's not going to be like, it's going to be another level where I don't really have a lot of bearing. And I think after that is the Opera House level, another level I've never played. And then after that, we're finally at a level that I have played before, which is Undercover. But anyways, I digress. So Lost City, let's take a look at our objectives. This is going to be the end of this episode, but I'm just going to get you guys primed for the next one. So on expert difficulty, the sealed entrance to the Lost City is supposed to be at the bottom of the river around here somewhere. Getting past that is the first step. So yeah, you just have to dive into the water and find it. There's like a seal you have to press. The Lost City must have a lot of lost treasure in it. Pick up some. They don't give us a loot total yet. I guarantee we'll get some. An expedition the Keeper sent once to map the Lost City never returned. They'll owe you a favor if you can recover the medallions from the remains. That's a pretty cool one. The Talisman of Fire was hidden in the Lost City long ago. Time for it to go. Finding the talisman is well and good, but you'll have to get back out for it to be worth it. Okay, so this is actually fairly basic. I guarantee these objectives are going to change when we get there. We're going to get an actual loot total, or minimum. But yeah, just basically all they're telling me to do is get into the city, find the fire talisman, and get out. And get a little bit of loot. And this is the only extra objective. I hope there's more, but there may not be. So, continue. As always, we're going to stock up on water. I'm not going to get the papyrus because that was a big waste of time in the last one. The one before the Mage Tower. Healing potion, hopefully won't need it. Rope arrow, I have 1. So I'm going to get 2 more, so with a total of 3. They don't give me the option to get moss arrows. So how much are gas arrows? They're 500. So I'm going to get 2 of those. And then the rest is going to be water arrows. So 25 water arrows, 2 gas arrows, and 3 rope arrows. That ought to do it, honestly. Alright guys, so I'm going to go ahead and make a save here. Haunted Cathedral. Oh! So that was, okay, that was the name of the mission. Oh, return to the cathedral. So yeah. So we're going to save over Haunted Cathedral because I hate that level. So that's going to be it for me today, guys. Thanks for joining me again for this Let's Play of Thief Gold, and I hope you guys are enjoying it as much as I am. Honestly, I'm having, you know, with the benefit of skill, hindsight, and also playing all the extra levels that I never played before, I'm having a much more favorable outlook on this level. The things that I didn't like about the original Thief the Dark Project are still there, but I'm able to cope with them much easier and look at the experience more holistically. So I am going to be coming out with a review, hopefully as soon as this Let's Play is done, that talks more in depth about my overall impressions of the game after that. That's just going to be a review. I do want to do a Thief series retrospective at one point. I'm working on Ultima Underworld right now, retrospective. The script is mostly done, and I just want to get a new intro for my videos. The intro I have is fine, but I'd rather have something a little bit more snazzy. And then get that out, and then I'll start working on Thieves. After that, I don't know what I'm going to do. I mean, I've been playing a lot of Looking Glass games, which is great, but I kind of have a hankering to play Deus Ex, especially with the election just happening and conspiracy theories abound on both sides like crazy, valid or not. I mean, it's true. So it feels like a ripe time to play some cyberpunk, you know, dystopian, one world government kind of game. Definitely, absolutely feels like about time. So I may actually be getting into Deus Ex next. I don't know for sure. I would like to do Ultima Underworld 2 at some point. I did Terra Nova, and then I've done a System Shock playthrough on this channel, but it deserves a retrospective, and it also deserves like probably a Let's Play, so I may do that. But I haven't done Deus Ex. I haven't covered it at all on this channel, really, so I'm probably going to do that next. So anyways, that's what you guys have to look forward to. Thank you guys for joining me. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for being part of this, and keep an eye out for the next Let's Play. And that'll be it for me.